Hi everyone. I met one person who having a lot of experience in SailPoint. So I'm going to ask a few questions. Due to some reasons, I'm not going to show his face, but he's expert. I witnessed that point, sir. I'm very glad to meet you, and you accepted my invitation because you also want to be part of the India growth.
Yep.
Thank you so much, sir.
And thank you for
And
calling me here.
yeah,
Yeah.
sir. The question is like. Many of the folks just they are passing their B.Tech. Okay, they are not able to secure jobs. So, what is your advice as soon as they are completing their B.Tech? If they need to secure jobs, what is advice you wanted to give?
Yeah, so B.Tech is like generalized. First thing is that the student who is new student, should know what subject is very interesting to them and kind of where their mindset is working easily. That is one thing. It's more on individual that what stream they select. As we know from a lot of people like IT a lot. In IT, I think what I see is the growing industries are like anything related to AI, where AI is going like spiking very aggressively in the market, and then anything related to data science is another part, and then third is security. Like in the security, definitely there are a lot of streams, but out of cybersecurity, identity and access management is getting peak because as the conference is talking, it is in the center of the security operations or security business. So I would say like if people like IT, I would say I will prioritize anything relates to AI because there are a lot of industries investing very heavily in AI. Then it is data science because that is the second layer after AI. And third is if the individual is interested in cybersecurity, I would say identity and access management is one of the fastest and heaviest growing industry currently is.
Okay, sir. When we say that and data engineering, so people are just doing for loop implementation or small programmings. So, what is your advice if they want to really get a job? What is your advice?
So data is basically everything in this world, and at least in digital world, all programming is different. Think about like data. If you're doing data engineering, think on a bigger scale. Think about like how companies are utilizing a particular utility product. Think about like okay, how let's say wipes are there, which wipes are in the country, like which companies are producing wipes, which company's wipes is biggest being sold, which part of the country it is being mostly used. If you go on that layer, or maybe you can go universal where you say okay, I see a particular medicine being sold heavily, and it is being sold heavily in the given part of the country or given part of the world. Then that kind of intelligence, if you provide, let's say a medipharma company, they like it. So you don't have to go with a small something. You have to basically play data science on a very high scale, to generate intelligence, and everything currently is being done through that intelligence. So like using AWS, using any platform, when you do think about this scale, like you can also think about where people are investing money, which company is like getting money, where is like stocks is going up and down. So take any stream, maybe you can take on the healthcare side, like okay, which hospital, which instrument, what is being more invested being used. So it's not about like purchase, it's also about the use, which car is being used mostly, how many hits coming to Google Map from which device, and that will give you a pattern that which device and in what context that is being used. So this is a real scale where the companies are, and using that to basically create product, generate their market strategy. So that is I think the key for everything happening around the world in these days.
Sir, you explain him more depth, sir. So somebody in Telugu we say that if you speak too much depth, people can't understand.
Okay.
So I would request you to speak. Somebody may not be efficient. They passed out a good. They have good marks, but they can't understand what you said. So can you say in the layman words, sir?
So think about like what happened. I give you a story, and probably that will help. When COVID was early in the stage, there are a lot of companies knew that there's a there's a big sale on the face mask, you know. So let's say I'm saying like you have a program that is monitoring the sale items, and think about like prior to COVID, maybe 2 million pieces of face masks were being sold yearly. And then if you have a good data analysis or data processing there, within a month you saw like it's 20 million now. So
Okay.
there is a 10 times increase. I'm saying like not 20, 200 million masks were sold very quickly. So
Okay.
that tells that something happened. And that also tells you like, okay, where this sold. Probably it may be sold in east or north area of the world or somewhere, you know. So then it's telling you, okay, something happening, which is basically calling more masks. So one business you're right away giving to the company that, hey, mask, whoever is manufacturing mask, hey, there's a big spike, you should start creating more masks because there's a spike there, you know. So that intelligence you given a mask manufacturer company, they can create a lot of masks, and they will be ahead in the business. Second part, like once you say that mask is being used, you can go towards like, okay, something is related to the breathing or something related to human mouth. And if you focus your process on that processes, you say, okay, there is something going on. Maybe you can go on the medical side, or so something is being sold very highly, you know. So if you collect this data, process data, you can generate early intelligence, which is very meaningful or beneficial for any company.
Okay, thank you, sir. So here is what next one is, sir. If somebody just I am focusing about who is just coming out. If they are in third year of the B.Tech, by the time fourth year, if they want to get a job, suppose your own brother is there, what is advice you will give, sir?
I would say like if he's interested on data science, I will go more towards like services. AWS. See, right now AWS, anybody can have their account. You know, they can go see what data products are there, learn about it. You know, they also give free labs that you can use and apply these concepts. They also, I would say, like once you're there, like there are a lot of platforms like Cloud Guru, Linux Academy. They give you the concept very cheaply, as well as they have some practices there that will basically give you at least a context of the real world. So once you're done your B.Tech, you'll have, you know, more real world context, and then you can apply those in your real way.
Okay, sir. Sir, next one is coming back to if somebody is there in IAQ or identity, cybersecurity world, if they wanted to grow themselves in the one of the expert or they want to make a lot of money, so what is your suggestion on the for them?
Yeah, so in the cybersecurity side, as I said, like the IAM is pretty much taking a high peak on the work side. Historically, I know that IAM always has job and a lot of job. So I would prefer like uh, I would definitely recommend like they should go on IAM side. And out of that, in these days, in current years, I see going with the SailPoint ISC platform, going with Okta, you know, going with any data security platform like DAS or maybe Sire or any other one. There are a lot there, Big ID, Veronas. And then the fourth, I would go with any passwordless technology, you know. So these are basically the pillars of like IAM, and gaining expertise on these will they definitely make them busy, keep them busy with the jobs. There are a lot of jobs in the market, and they can get quickly jobs. So I would say recommend them to go with SailPoint ISC, Okta as a start, and then they can basically expand their knowledge in the data security. They can expand their knowledge in the passwordless technologies, you know. So that way they can shape up their career very well.
Okay. Sir, totally how many years of experience you are holding?
I have around 20 years now. Been mostly like last 18 years I have been in IM space.
Okay. Sir, if somebody asks you what are the happiest moment in your life as a professionally, what do you say?
Yeah, there are a lot of happiest moment. Like, and as you start job, that is the first happiest moment you have. And desperately, when you're desperately looking for a job and you get a good job, which I did, was a definitely happiest moment. And then I would say like I moved to United States. I got my visa. That is also a happiest moment. Then after I got my green card, then I become citizen here. So those all are happiest moment. Then and I also call it as a professional part because these all happening through my job and everything. Out of that, like I did a lot of certifications. Those were also a happiest moment. So yeah, it's kind of whatever you do and you get success. That is, I believe, is the happiest moment for the person.
Sir, many people are saying that nowadays when I say that some people learn Cyber, Kakta, Anna, how many subjects do you want me to study? That's what they are telling. So how they have to study, sir? There is no alternative. So many people are saying that there is no alternative for them, sir. They have to study. So can you please tell them how they have to study? How do they can plan? Like yeah, you said passwordless they have to study.
Yeah.
Akta you said, identity security cloud you said. So you have 20 years. You studied over the time. If somebody is coming in new, how they have to plan? Can you
think
please advise?
They should start with one. Take one, whichever you think is easier. If you take my advice, start with SailPoint ISC. I would say in these days. The reason, like, take one, become little, like, not just study, like gain expertise of intermediate level. You don't have to be expert there because definitely you are intermediate, which is well enough to start a job. So I would say the way it is that you, or if you don't like ISC, probably you can go with Okta. Take one. There are a lot of documentation available publicly. Read through, just reimagine what these products are trying to do and how is less. It is more about why it is being done. So read through the document, imagine why it is in place, why people or company need it. The moment you understand those, you're pretty much good in those products. So somebody is that take a product, understood like their workings, high level at least, understand the purpose of the product. That will, once you understood the purpose, I think you are in the good level to start the work on it. And that will also help in the future because I see a lot of technical guy who've been very expert in technology, but they do not grow over the time because what happens, they do not understand the purpose. So understanding the purpose is very important, and then the getting expert is the second thing.
Oh, sir, a final question, sir. Sir, have you got job just like that? Have you faced any challenges to get a job?
Oh no, I faced a lot of challenges when I completed my B.Tech. Basically, I completed my MCA. And that point, there's a lot of struggle in the job. I was thinking day one that, okay, come on, I'm not gonna get job. So what happened, like, even that time, like Java was pretty new and I was expert, but I had a struggle there. So a struggle is always basically truth of any success. So everybody get a struggle. And then what happened, like after MCA, I was knowing language, but I have to reshape my mind. What I was telling you to understand the purpose of the product. So even I was knowing language, I was not knowing the purpose. So I reshaped myself next 6 months to understand or basically reprogram my mind, like how this Java gonna help a business world. And when I reshaped, I quickly got job. And luckily I got job in IM. So basically right from there I started everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for spending a time about 15 minutes. I asked for the 2 minutes, you allocated 15 minutes. That's really thankful to you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Nice to talk to you.